What's going on, everybody? It's me, Sloppy. What is up? Yeah, don't think it's about other people today. Today, as you can see on my thumbnail or my, I guess, a name or title or whatever you want to call it, it's not about other people. If you see the image right now on my PFP on my StreamYard, I'm sure you're gonna know who I'm talking about. His name is Jon Davis, aka Operation New Dawn, aka Amy Davis, aka Yoda, aka a lot of people call him the drunk guy. Um, there's a lot of different names for this guy, but today we're gonna talk about or talk to one of the victims that made him be a pred. There's more people behind the scenes that I'm sure he has tried to talk to since we saw him in chats, team chats. But this one's a, I guess, real person, and we're gonna talk to her. I'm sure some of you guys know who she is because you guys have been seen her around in a lot of your guys' communities. Uh, to be honest, it's up. I waited until she was over the age of 18 because I don't like interviewing minors on the stream. So now that she's over 18, I'm able to interview her and ask her certain questions about this situation, and we want to kind of get it to the bottom of this. And like I said, it's just gonna be a quick one, just a couple questions, nothing too crazy. I'm going to mention a couple other people that allegedly have tried to, you know, sexually talk to her. But yeah, this will be a quick, maybe hopefully quick, but we'll see. Um, Let me add her into here, and we'll go in from there. All right. So, Kylie, right? Kylie. Hello. Hello. Oh man, come on, Kylie. You gotta fix your mic. Mm-mm. Well, while we're having some technical issues, um, man. So Kylie, I guess, has been around in a lot of your guys' communities, and apparently she gets messaged by a lot of men, I guess, at a young age. Yeah, so she's gonna go check what's wrong with her mic, but hopefully it's a quick thing. If not, then I'm gonna end it and we'll do it another time. But so apparently, let me. All right.
Okay, I'm
Hello.
back.
All right. All right. Cool. 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 So first question, Kylie, because we're trying to do this quick. How did you meet Jon Davis?
Okay, so I was a fan of Arthur back then, and then all of a sudden I saw him in the live chats. You know what I mean? And then he started talking to me.
How was his first conversations normal, or from the beginning was he trying to be kind of promiscuous or sexual?
He started getting into it with me, like on Discord and on Facebook Messenger, which I couldn't find.
Mm. What are the type of things he would tell you?
Wait, what was the question?
What are the things he would tell you, like on chat or messages?
One second, Sloppy. Sorry,
Hmm.
can you please repeat the question again?
Yeah. So, what type of things did he tell you in those messages?
Uh, so he was telling me he would keep me safe from, you know, the bio crew when I did not believe it. And then he started, and then he said, like, he would take me to Texas.
Like to kidnap you, or he wanted you to live with them, or what kind of? What do you mean he wanted to take you to Texas
Basically, like, live with him when I did
to
not
live?
want to. Because I was busy with school.
Hmm. So, how long was this conversation? How long did you talk to him before you? I think your mom found out.
Like, before he got caught,
Right, right. How long were you talking to him? How long was these conversations going for?
it was probably almost, let's see, like a year.
Yeah. How old were you when you started talking to him, or he started talking to you, or whichever?
I can't remember. I think I was between like 16 and 17.
16, 17. Hmm. Did he know your age?
No, I did not want to tell him
So
because
he didn't know
I
your.
did not want to get in trouble.
Well, that's not good. Why are you not gonna tell him your age?
Because I did not want him to go after me, Sloppy.
Hmm. Oh,
I did not
well.
tell him my age.
Huh?
I did not tell him my age.
Hmm. Did he ask you for your age?
No, I did not
He
want to
never
tell
asked you.
him.
Did you ever voice call with him?
No,
So everything was through text messages or Discord
yes,
messages.
everything was text messages.
Did he ever send you anything inappropriate, or did you ever see any inappropriate things that he will send people or on the Discord server?
We did not send anything like the S word to each other. So I
Did
did
he
not want
send?
to see it. I did not
Were
want
you
to
on?
say it.
Were you on a Discord server with them where he would send anything inappropriate?
I was not sending anything inappropriate to him.
No, not
Like,
no, not you. Him.
oh, no. It all started, like, after the Discord server with him, basically.
Hmm. What would he send?
1 second, I need to drink some water.
Okay, take your time. All right. Well, this is might take longer than I expect. I was hoping it would be less time, but all right.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. So, what would he send in his server that was, inappropriate?
Sorry, like I said, he was not doing it in the survey. He did it in private DMs.
Oh, okay. So he would talk to you like that in private DM, but not in the server.
No, I was like confused what you were saying at first.
Um. So how long did you talk to him?
For like a year until I met you.
Okay, and he would message you almost every day or every other
No,
day.
we took, no, me and him took breaks here and there.
Hmm. Okay. And when did he stop talking to you, or why did he stop talking to you?
After, like, after my mom literally told him that. And then I'll admit, I told him to say sorry to me, but he never did.
That you what? I didn't hear the last part.
I said, I will admit I told him to say sorry to me, but he never did.
Okay. Well, they're not gonna say sorry. And so your mom, what did your mom do after or how did she find out that you were talking to a 40 at the time 46-year-old man?
She worked through my phone and saw it.
Did you know John Davis was a 40-year-old man, 40 something?
Like a crazy person?
No, no. Did you know he was a 40 something year old man?
No, I did not.
How old did you think he was?
I thought he was like in his 50s, like at the time.
No, even older. I thought you were gonna say in his 30s, but yeah. What made you keep talking to him? That's the thing too. Was he acting fatherly? That's why you kind of gravitated to him, or what was his attractiveness for you to have a conversation with him, or do you
Okay,
talk?
look, Sloppy, I did not look him up as anything. He looked me up as his girlfriend for some reason.
He would say you were his girlfriend.
Yeah, he kept calling me that, and I told him to stop.
Hmm. Yeah, it would have been great to have screenshots of that, but apparently we don't. But hey, from what I've seen about John, he does have some tendencies of saying those type of things, uh, and apparently, um, he has been used to live in a group home for 17 years due to his alcoholism in El Campo, Texas.
Look, Sloppy, I did not know he was drunk.
You couldn't tell. Oh well, you said you never voice chatted with them, did you, or did you not voice? You
No,
said earlier that you didn't voice chat with them, so
no,
it was all through
Sloppy, I
text.
did not mean it like that. I never knew he was drunk by the way he was texting me.
Um, so when he asked you to go visit him or go see him, were you really going to go see him?
No, because I was busy with school.
Okay, but if you weren't busy with school, would you have gone?
No, because my mom would have gotten mad at me.
Okay, yeah. Well, good thing your mom caught this beforehand and nipped it in the butt because a lot of the
No,
times,
Sloppy, can I please explain?
go for it.
Look, okay, so the Texas part was before my mom talked to him.
Okay. Well, but yeah. What? Why are you muting? I don't just talk. I know. Well, anyways, um, next question, I guess, is what your mom do to you because of this?
My mom grounded me.
Hmm. All right. My next question. Do you have like father issues that from what I've seen and from what people tell me, is that you constantly talk to a lot uh, men.
Yes, I have father issues.
Okay, so talking to these adults uh, makes you feel a certain way, or what's your what do you gain from talking to these older men or older people?
Look, Sloppy, I try not to talk to them. Like I said, I have father issues.
Have you ever talked to your mom about it?
Like about my father issues?
Yes,
Yes, because she knows about it.
she knows about it, and she
Yeah.
doesn't tell you you shouldn't be looking for that father figures online, or how what does your mom tell you when you respond to that?
Okay. She, look, so
What's up,
I'm not
Yaya?
gonna say any names, but someone did talk to my mom about it.
Talked about what
Like
you
about me talking to grown men on the internet.
and well, that's a good thing, right?
Yes,
You
that's
when
a
you're
good
young,
thing.
there has to be some someone watching what you're doing because you can't be talking to grown men like Jon Davis, and then your mom doesn't know until maybe when it's too late. I'm glad your mom found your conversations because if she wouldn't have found out, she would have been able to groom you until you were 18, and then you would have gone to Texas and met with this individual.
Yes, I agree with you, Swappy. And I see physical therapy. I seek physical therapy help about it.
So you talk to a specialist about what goes through your mind?
Yes.
Okay, well that's good. That's a good start because being 15, 16 and talking to 40-year-old men, 30-year-old men because you're having father issues. Maybe you're, I don't know, you're in real life, but from what I could see is maybe your father wasn't around, so you're looking for that father figure, and there's a lot of creepy old men online that will take advantage of that and make you feel like they're your father, and then they end up doing some horrendous things to these individuals. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree with you, Swappy. I have not seen my dad since I was a baby.
All right, I understand, and I empathize with you on that because yeah, it's not women not having a father figure in their lives damages more than they think because they don't have that father to guide them to not be around these type of situations. They'll be able to take you out of these situations, and you look up to your father, and if your father is a good person, you're going to look for a partner that has the same attributes. And when you don't have a father figure, you're just going to look for someone that says sweet things to you, calls you pretty or tells you you're beautiful and this and that. And that's all these, minors fall for, adult men, because the adult men know that by saying some cute little words, and the cute little words, they could get you to do whatever they want because they're like, oh my God, this guy likes me. And you end up doing some things for them because you believe that they care for you.
Yes, Swappy, I understand and I know what you mean.
For sure, Adam. That's what it is, Adam. You know Talking to your nephews and teaching them that online stuff to be careful as well, and because nowadays it's so easy for your nephews and nieces to fall for some random ass stuff. Physical therapist. Maybe she do you mean like a therapist, Kylie? Yeah, I did hear physical therapist too. Yeah, yeah. Is it like a psychiatrist, or who do you talk to that's a professional?
I talked to a physical therapist about it, and
Wait,
they
no,
helped me a lot.
no, physical therapist or like a psychiatrist?
Like
Because
psych, sorry,
physical
like a
therapist
psych.
means like
How do you say it, Swappy?
a
Not
psychiatrist.
physical therapist. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, because I did hear that too. Yeah, I heard physical therapy, but I heard therapist at the end, so I'm like, oh, okay, it's a therapist. But you do that is true. Yeah. It's a psychiatrist that she goes to talk about these things, and hopefully, you're learning from it. Now that you're an adult, you're still not to be mean or rude. You're still uh, your mindset is still as a young teenager, like a 13, 14-year-old mindset. So um, you still will need a lot to learn, but getting getting help for you to not be easily attracted to older men. Well, now like it's kind of hard because now you're 18, so you're at the legal age to date older men. But when you were younger, it would have been way more beneficial for you to be in this therapy, so you won't get yourself in situations like you were in the past year.
I know what you mean, Sloppy.
Yeah. Yeah. So next guy I want to talk to you about, besides Jon Davis, is one of the guys that people have been mentioning me quite often. His name is Dennis, uh, Time Hatter, something like that.
Yep, it's time hatter or time hater.
Okay, so what's his story with you? What did he try to do that people are kind of saying that he's a pred, that he's a groomer and this and that?
Sloppy, I'm gonna say this now. He did not do anything sexual to me.
No, okay, all right,
He
good.
was just
That's a
asking
good
me
thing.
about my favorite YouTube channel that I still watch to this day.
Mm-hmm. So he never said he wanted to meet you. He just said he never wanted, he didn't never said anything sexual to you.
Yeah, he has never done that.
Okay, then why are people telling me that Dennis is a pred?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well that solves that
Cause
issue.
Sloppy, listen. Okay, because I know why people are saying it now. Because he did stuff to minors, not me. Like, he played a video game with a minor.
No, playing video games with minors isn't bad. The main thing when it comes to minors, if you're sexually, talking to them, sending them inappropriate images, telling them that you want to do things with them sexually, that's a bad thing. But talking about video games, talking about life, talking about random ass stuff, that's normal. You talk to your nephews, your cousins about random ass stuff. When it starts turning into, hey, like, send me some pictures, or hey, do this to yourself, oh hey, do that, that's when it turns into something that's inappropriate. But if you're saying that he was just talking to you normally, then there's nothing wrong with that. But people have said that he's was sexually having sexual conversation with you. That's why I wanted to bring him up to make to ask the person that they're saying was the victim, which was you. But if you say that he never sent you anything, he never talked to you inappropriately, then that's that. That's with him, Dennis Time Hatter. If the victim or the alleged victim said that he didn't do anything, then he didn't do anything. That's that. Easy peasy.
Yep.
Okay, so now Umbrella. What was he trying to do? Hello,
Sorry, can you please repeat that, Sloppy?
Umbrella Robster. What was he trying to do to get you in a stream with who?
Give
Hello.
me a second.
All right.
Okay, sloppy. Like,
Yeah.
okay, that man. That's what I was trying to talk about before the stream started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he did
So
nothing. He did nothing sexual. He did nothing sexual to me either.
no, we're not. We're not saying Umbrella did anything sexual. We're asking what did he want you to do? Like join a stream with the person that we're talking about for him to apologize, right? Or you lied about that. That's what I'm trying to figure out because people say you kind of lie about certain situations. Like there's one that people said that you hooked up with, or not hooked up, but you met up with Kevin Daddy in a UK hotel, which I highly doubt. But you didn't say no, or you didn't you didn't shut that down because how are you from United States and he's from the UK and people accused him of having you going over there. That doesn't seem like something that could happen, but people were mentioning that, and from what I hear, you never said anything about it.
I did not do anything with Kevin. Like, and I understand what you mean by like the umbrella situation. What I meant on Discord was I don't want him to get mad at me, but
Who?
like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I told you I'm going to ask you some questions that people have been asking me to ask because they some people don't agree with how you are, and they want to make sure that when someone asks you questions that you are truthful about certain situations. I try to be as transparent when it comes to talking to whoever the victim is, and make sure that they're being truthful. And that's all I ask. When if you wanted the interview, and I'm going to ask you questions like right now, Yaya, um, saying something about you manipulated both Kevin and Dice. So, in what way did you manipulate Dice and Kevin? What did you tell them that I guess could be deemed manipulating?
Okay, look, I only told Dice like that I was going through stuff, with the wolf situation, right? And Dice did a stream about it, and
Hmm.
then Piggy and them invited Dice to a stream with Wolf and Piggy. Like, and they were arguing about it.
Okay, but where does the manipulation come in, man? In this
I'm
whole,
not sure, Sloppy. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, so Dennis, let's keep Dennis is out of the question. He never did anything to you. He never wanted to visit you. He never wanted to do anything. That correct?
Yes, that's correct, Sloppy.
Okay, all right. So Dennis, I apologize if for now, um, apologize if you ever. I don't think you watched this, but um, there you go. She said you didn't, so I guess that's that with that. I guess that's fine. But um, yeah, what else do I have for you? Ah, man, I think that's it. That was quick. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else invite Tyson. I don't even know if he's in here. And it's up to Kylie if because I don't allow other people when I have an interview with someone unless the interviewer says yes. But if she says yes, then hell yeah, I'll invite him and make sure that he's part of the conversation if he wants to come in. Because there's a couple of people that have told me that Kylie allegedly doesn't say the whole truth, but that's why I asked her earlier. Hey, I want to ask you some questions and be as truthful, because from what I hear, there's people that say that you exaggerate on on certain things. But like I said, I gave you a chance. We talk, and I let you know that if I believe you or not, it's just it's how we I am. I'm not gonna say, oh, everything's okay. No, if I feel like it's something that is not truthful, then I'm gonna call it out and let you know as well. Because if we're having an interview, then we're gonna talk about topics, and if people in the comments like Yaya ask questions that I don't know what to ask, then that's I'm gonna ask those type of questions as well. But yeah, so I guess Dice, I guess, feels manipulated. So if he does wanna, oh, hold on, would you would you want us to invite him, um, Kylie, or not? I guess not. I heard that name Dice. I see him in umbrellas, umbrellas uh, chat all the time. But like I said before, she. All right, she's back. All right, what happened? You got disconnected.
Yep, but I don't
Okay,
mind. But it's
you don't
fine.
mind?
But I'm getting tired. Am I almost done? I'm sorry that I'm rushing you.
Yeah, yeah. If he comes in the next 5 minutes,
Okay.
then yeah. But if not, then we'll end it, and that'll be it, because uh, it's
Okay. But I don't mind you
yeah.
inviting Dice.
Okay. Well, Dice, and then you know, funny guy, I guess, cut ties with you. There's a couple of people that cut ties with you because they say you manipulated Umbrella, from what the video says. Me and Umbrella, I tell him off because there's certain things that he freaking does that pisses me off, and he knows. But yeah, if you know Dice, or if you're Dice, then you join, and you could kind of he could kind of explain what you're asking, because like I said, I don't know that side of the area of what's going on. I only know the Pred side of the area, like the whole Jon Davis side. Oh, okay, he is here. Oh, he's watching. All right, let me make sure it's him. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Okay, it does sound like him. All right,
Yes, it
cool.
is.
All right, yeah.
How's it
Hey,
going?
I don't know, man. These people nowadays, they freaking try to
Yeah,
porn
yeah,
bomb or
they're
something.
fucking creepy, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So this,
Yaya is saying something about you being manipulated by Kylie. In what way?
yeah, so let me tell my part. So last year, when me and Kylie we were in this situation when we kind of like, we were in the phase of, internet brother and sisterhood, right? When we were, together, as like brothers and shit.
Hmm. Oh, word,
Spice
bro.
that, thanks. I like that name. Yeah, thanks. I decided to like change my channel because I wanted to be about like self improvement stuff because I hate addictions, I hate vices and shit. But yeah,
Jeez.
but
That's
anyways,
what's
I'm
up.
gonna say my part just for a sec because, so after the stream I made on Wolf, right?
Hmm.
All the evidence that we have, right? Um, then there was a roller coaster. There was a clusterfuck going around. Where I decided to talk with Kylie, and I was like, hey, let me talk to your mom about something, real quick. And she's giving me all of these like, you know, excuses, like, she keeps on, you know, manipulating using these words like, hey, how about we're gonna do this tomorrow, or how about we're gonna do this next week? This happened, before. my hiatus, right? My hiatus, at somewhere between July, so I was
Right.
about a month, you know, in my break, right? And then all of a sudden, when I was in my break, my colleague, Dr. Serb, he decided to call me through my Instagram, basically trying to find out the way to contact me. I was like, oh shit, I haven't uninstalled Instagram. And then so he contacted me, and we discussed about some things about this situation. And what happened was, when we started to discuss, I was like, man, is she gonna go off on this shit again? And then we just kind of like, I just came back on the internet after a few days of absence, and then she decided to say stuff about, like, because like she'd been sending, like, crazy ass messages, like when we talked about this and that, and so then I was trying to call her back to see what is going on, but she couldn't. And because like there was something going on. It was during the time, when Canada, had a situation with their fires, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, okay, I said, look at the sky, and I was trying to call her back and see the panel, because I was having troubleshoot. So she said, you could call me now, and she was like, my side is just normal. And then um, one night, we just decided to talk about this Trout Slayer, whatever his name is. I forgot his
Mm-hmm.
full name. And then I started to tell her, hey, I want, hey, because after this, I'm gonna go at the stationary, because like I want to take a break, right? Because
Okay.
like, and I said, hey, you said it's in the park at 4 p.m. in the morning. You tell me where she is, and she's gonna, like, here's the crazy part. So when I tried to contact her mom, she's giving me all of these excuses, saying, oh, she's at the park, she's gonna come back at 4 p.m. And she says she changed her mind because of the smoke. She's going to go out to gym during the day and the weekends. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
because after this, I have to go to the stationary. I have to, you know, to figure out what I'm supposed to do, right?
Right.
Then all of a sudden, you know, I try to, give, say, hey, let me talk to your mom, you know, and then she's giving me all these excuses like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to take this, have to take a shower. And then all of a sudden, she was like, oh, she's hanging out with her boyfriend and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So you were trying to tell the mom what was going on, but she kind of was
Yeah,
trying to not tell her.
she wants to make this. Yeah, so she doesn't want to tell her, and she's making up all these excuses. And then, what's the worst part? She even said to me that she was drinking and that she's drunk. And
Hmm.
I was like, what? What would a 16-year-old doing with a bottle of liquor and all that kind of stuff? That kind of made me like, realize that she was manipulating.
So I'm guessing you never talked to the mom.
I did.
Oh, you
It
did?
was, yeah. So after that, you know, she was like, she didn't want to make all the excuses. She said, okay, if I let you talk to her, we'll be still cool. Just wondering. I say yes. However, I do have to admit you're feared because of your punishment. And she said, yep. And I said, so that's why you're gonna make excuses to go grounding, right? And she said, yeah, I'm sorry. And then I was like very suspicious and very conspicuous because I'm not surprised, right? And
Hmm.
she was like, oh, you're making me cry. And I said, yeah, let's face the veracity, right? And she was like, "Yeah, I'm crying. I'm crying. I won't stop crying until you say sorry because I don't want to tell her for the last time." And I said, "Oh, I apologize and I forgive you, right? But this still isn't an excuse. You should apologize for pathologically lying to many people, right?" And
Mm-hmm.
she was like, "I'm sorry, but please don't tell her." And she was like, "I'm serious." And I said, "Oh, I'm serious in a sincere way too." And she says, "Oh, I feel like I'm having a panic attack." And I tried to call her. You know, we talked. Then she made her decision, and she said she prayed about it and fasted, and God said yes, and she learned a lesson. And then this is what she said. I don't know if you understand what she's talking about, but here's an audio clip. I don't know if you understand what she's talking about, but this was a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
What is she? The audio kind of low. I don't know. If, I wasn't able to hear it. So can you word what she said, like verbatim what she responded in that voice clip?
yeah, I'll try. Hold on one sec.
Okay, good.
No, I guess she left again. Junko Nishima is not the other Junko, so don't be alarmed. It's not the other one. It's a different Junko.
Okay, guys, I'm back.
So, Kylie, what do you have to respond what Dice is saying?
What dice? I'm sorry.
Um, there's nothing to be sorry about. This whole situation happened like last year. So um, so once she sent me this voice clip, right?
Hmm.
Like this. Hold on, I'm gonna. I think what she's trying to say is she's trying not to regret it, like what she's doing, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, you know what, you're wasting my time because I tried to say, hey, let me talk with her mom. And she
Right.
said, for real, I will talk to my mom, and I'll let you talk to her before I go to sleep. As long as you go to my panel, please, just wait for 10 minutes, and you will see. I said, no, I had it with you. And she was like, I'm sorry. And I said, goodbye, Kali. You're making me cry. And then I blocked her. And that's how it
Mhm.
is.
So you felt emotionally manipulated, like you wanted to help and you were trying to help, and she wasn't allowing you to help her because she was scared that
Yeah,
her mom was going to ground her, or her mom was going to take away her devices, or her mom was going to yell at her. There's a lot of things that she might be feeling, and you did the right thing by keep going at her for to communicate with the mother, because that's what helped her. The mother, you telling the mother and the mother finding out,
right.
that's the most benefit. Even if she's crying, emotional, oh, they're gonna my mom's gonna get mad at me. It doesn't matter, because you as a friend were trying to help her as much as you could when it came to being groomed online by older men. And I congratulate you for that, Dice. Because a lot of other people would have taken advantage, and but yeah, I understand what you're saying. You were trying to help her out, and when you did, she was kind of manipulating emotionally by telling you, "Oh, no, no, you could talk to her tomorrow," or "She's busy," or "She's this, she's that," and you got emotionally drained because you try to be a really good friend, and she wasn't allowing you to do that because she was not letting you help her in a way by contacting the mother. That's what I'm thinking you were trying to say, but correct me if I'm wrong. Kylie? What do you what were you thinking when Dice was trying to talk to your mother or not? Yeah. All right. Well, I guess they're both muted. So
I'm back. Sorry, I had to get something real quick. But
oh, okay.
this that's not all. Cause like after I blocked her, me and Umbrella, we decided to make a group chat, even though
Mhm.
blocked even though I blocked her, she decided to to get invited, and we started talking and talking, about some random stuff, and then um, and I even told her, hey, listen, that's not the real Jalen Hurts. Stop saying that's the real Jalen Hurts, because in her mind, that's Jalen Hurts, right? You know Jalen Hurts, the football player.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So we decided to talk about scammers and this and that. And the funny thing is, she didn't listen. And when I've talked with her about it, right, she had the audacity to say that that's actually really him. That's really him. So then all of a sudden, you know, we talked about it. And then later on, she got scammed. Her money got stolen. And I was like, what the hell did I told you? Like,
She got scammed by. No way. Come on, Kylie.
she
Come
got scammed by
on.
a scammer. And then her mom find out. And then that's where she took her phone and she texted me. That's where she took her phone and she texted me, and then we had a 5 minute conversation. And she was like, look, I apologize, this and that. She could have done something better, yada yada, and all that kind of stuff. And then she got punished. She didn't use, she took a break, for a while, right? Because that's her punishment.
Mhm.
And then she came back on the internet, telling me all the activities that she was doing, right? She was outside, swimming, starting to do all these activities, right? But
That's good.
then, yeah, that is good, you know, and she's trying to, and what she's trying to maneuver now is she's trying to also to like actually like, secretly get her phone and starting to text random people again from the internet. Just her mom doesn't
Mm.
find out, and yeah, that's how this whole, you know, blockbuster started. This
Hmm.
whole clusterfuck started. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I hope you know this says everything about it, because I even was worried about Kylie, what she's doing, and the way she talks with people, right? She doesn't even actually make connections with real life friends. And I think that's a huge problem, because the people that she's hanging out with, especially with real life friends, she doesn't actually have a good communication with them.
And she's learning, and that's why I think the therapy and all that is helping her.
Yeah,
I think in real life people will bully her, so she will look for friends online, and some people weren't and is on their good interest
Okay,
to her.
guys,
What's up?
excuse me, guys.
Go ahead, Kylie.
May I please say this?
Yes.
yeah,
Look, okay, it's it's hard for me to make in real life friends because I always get bullied, and I'm telling the truth.
yeah. It's understandable. And look, you know, because like people that get bullied often, you know, it's really hard, to actually cope with other people, in real life, and actually, actually gain support with other people, and actually, have similar, interests, like similar hobbies and all that kind of shit. But like at the end of the day, like it's really up to you to decide, who you're supposed to hang out with, because because I know it's tough, and I know, you know, because like I've been through your shoes so many fucking times when I was a teen, and you know, and it kind of made me feel stronger every single day after that, because like the more knowledge you gain, the less you know the less phobia that's inside of you, is gonna fade away, because like you're gonna gain that confidence. You have to gain that confidence sometimes. You can't allow yourself to actually put somebody down for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? But it's understandable. It's high school, but now you just have to move forward, and think for yourself what you gotta do one day when
Mhm.
necessarily that's gonna grow up. Because like I'm not gonna be there for you every single day. Who knows? Because like for the next 10 years, I'll probably you know probably do something else. Because like people change, and maybe I will still do this self improvement content, right? But I'm not gonna probably gonna always do that, because you know people have life, and people tend to do different things, and I feel like and who knows for the next 10 years, who knows what the hell people are gonna do. People are probably gonna you know I don't know, start making families, having their old kids, or simply just do what they gotta do. Or maybe it's not even that, maybe they just want to like live their life, and just start hanging out with people that they haven't seen for a while. And who knows, travel, because like I hear people travel these days and shit. So yeah. So
And
yeah.
I understand what you mean, Dice. Like, and trust me, like this month, like in the mornings, I'm gonna be starting to get a lot more fresh air, like to help my body. You know what I mean? And most likely late at nights, because like the hobbies you mentioned, I'm gonna be doing those a lot more this summer.
That's good to
Yeah.
hear. That's good to hear because a lot of kids they fall back into talking to people that say nice things to them and stuff like that. Unfortunately, you met this Jon Davis guy, Operation New Dawn, Amy Davis, whatever he wants to call himself, and you dealt with him being sexual with you, and that's why I'm here talking to you, because you are a victim, but you also, now that you've been through it, you want it to never happen again, and you have to have precautions when talking to certain individuals, and not trust as many people online when it comes to if they say certain sexual jokes to you, if they say anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, you are able to say, hey, you know what, stop it. And that's
Exactly.
what these type of conversations will have to be made, because we don't want you to fall victim to another person that is ready to exploit you and make you do certain things that you are uncomfortable, but because you don't have that many friends, you feel like, oh well, if I don't do this, he's not gonna be my friend anymore, and I don't have that much friends, so I should be doing this so to please my quote unquote friend that's asking me for images or whatever, etc.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, but yeah, I understand what Kylie is was thinking during the time that you wanted to talk to her parents, because as you can tell, she's very fearful about certain things, and I feel like her mom would have yelled at her, but that's the thing that needed to happen. Her phone taken away, her breathing air instead of in her room all day talking to older men and stuff like that. So I congratulate you for doing trying your hardest to communicate with the mother of Kylie.
Oops, I accidentally pressed the refresh button on my phone.
So, Kylie,
Yes.
what are the steps you're doing now to prevent you from doing these type of things anymore? Do you still are you attracted to older men? What goes through your mind when you talk to men and for example?
I just don't know how to answer. Like, I understand what I did was wrong, like, as well. And my goal from now on is not to be around, 40-year-olds. Like, like wolf and like
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Yeah, just stick to people your age, and you know, uh, just to be honest, I think you'd be better off like that. Um, Sticking to people your age, 20, 21, 22, and stuff like that. I can't tell you who to talk to, but I would recommend being around the same age group, um, and then just live your life online and in real life. You're an adult now. You're 18, I think, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
So just enjoy your life and don't talk to older men. That's the main thing.
Yeah, it's bro. You know what's fucking weird, bro? Is that I don't understand why would anybody waste time talking with older men, especially kids? Like you know you know it's worse because especially when people in these days and the internet, including internet drama that can pose um, dangers for young children and the exposure to inappropriate content that and and all the violence and all the explicit language and adult themes and things that could be really harmful for their emotional and psychological development and the cyberbullying, all this bullshit that people put on the internet is ridiculous, you know and especially when people do the lack of critical thinking and the addictions that they're facing, any distractions and impact on mental health, and most importantly the parental involvement, because you know the internet drama can strain parent and child relationships if children hide their online activities or disregard parental guidance on internet usage, especially the lack of parental supervision, or when people exacerbate the risks of associating on online behavior. So yeah.
Right. You're totally right on that. A lot of people, a lot of parents don't know what's going on in their kids' online stuff, and it's sad that it's reality that parents. I don't know if they're scared or they just are lazy, but a lot of parents allow their kids to be online and communicate with these people because they rather have their kids be quiet and on their phones than being engaged with their parents doing outdoor activities or doing certain things with their kids, stuff like that. Like me, I can't. I like right now today, I've been busy with my family out and about. I have to do this real quick, and then I'm back to doing in real life stuff because that's what life's supposed to be. Online is cool, but real life, I think, is way better, in my opinion. What's up, Nova the Muss?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but Kylie, hopefully you don't get involved in these type of situations because from a lot of the stories I heard about you was that you were kind of involved in always being around older men, and for me, a 16-year-old, 17-year-old girl being around uh, breeds a lot of grooming in my mind, and because they
Exactly.
know that they're gonna be able to kind of groom you the way they want you to be. And hopefully, from these experiences, you grow from them, and you allow yourself to find red flags when it comes to conversating with people. Like if they start talking to you in a way that you feel uncomfortable, you block them right away, kind of thing, because you're still going to be online. I know you're going to be online regardless. So I rather you get precautions and look at red flags when it comes to conversating with people. But I don't watch what you do. I'm not gonna say I don't care, because I do care what children do online, as long as they're safe. As long as they're not in danger when it comes to older men, or being around someone that's toxic, that's gonna hurt you mentally, because you do get emotional very quick. You do get very sad quick because of maybe your disability kind of heightens your emotions. And if
Exactly.
someone calls you a name, or someone calls you like a bitch, and any insult, it's gonna magnify because of maybe your disability. And you're gonna have to learn that the online stuff, there's a lot of toxic people, and you got to be careful.
Excuse me, may I please go to sleep now?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's late for you, but
But
Thank you.
but before you go to sleep, next time I want you to make a schedule for you, so that way you can sleep earlier. I don't want you to sleep like around 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Because like I know I'm a hypocrite because I always like sleep at not overnight, but sometimes like sleep like 10 p.m. or 10:30 p.m. or sometimes even 11 p.m. But the healthy part is you have a full development that you gotta cherish, and most importantly, I have one more thing to say before you leave. So one thing you gotta understand, bro, um, is listen, Kylie, this whole situation, especially when you were 12, when you were here on the internet, and when you know met these people on the internet at that specific age, you know people that you know the issue of children meeting grown adults online is a significant concern, and I will tell you for one reason. Number one, people do that thing when it comes to meeting grown people. They do very, very predatory behaviors. Okay, adults with malicious intent may, let me just say this, pose as children or adolescents online to establish relationships with minors, so they can pretend, so they basically can sabotage their way out to basically actually like pretend that they're like you know like your age specifically when they're not, and they may use deception, manipulation, and grooming tactics to exploit children for sexual purposes or other forms of exploitation. Listen, so here's the thing, Kylie, you gotta understand. You don't know if Piggy is the same age as you. You don't know that. You don't even know who this guy is. I don't know who Sloppy is. I don't know who you are. But what you said is true. What you said, you just turned 18 legally, then you know I'm gonna wish you luck, the best luck of my life, that you have all the things that you could solve with in your life, because I'm not gonna be there for you. Feels like you always were. But one thing I could say about this is you gotta always make sure to put safety. Safety always comes first, because when when you're safe, there's not going to be that much emotional manipulation. And we understand you're
Mhm.
emotional. You're very, very emotional because of your hormones. You know, we get this estrogen because, like, when we have these estrogen, chemicals inside of us, right? We get
I
intense.
understand that. May I please go
Get,
to sleep
get,
now because I have church in
get
the
so
morning?
emotional. So that way, you know, people especially grown adults may exploit children's vulnerabilities and naivety to gain their trust and manipulate them emotionally. This can lead to feelings of confusion, guilt, and shame for a child. So, one last thing, okay, before you go to sleep. As an adult now, I want you to encourage, because you're not a child anymore, but I still want you to encourage yourself to communicate openly with trusted adults, including us, right? Anybody you could trust about online experiences and seek help if they encounter suspicious or uncomfortable situations online,
I understand.
especially using parental control tools
Okay.
and privacy settings.
Yeah.
S-
All right, guys. I think
Nevertheless,
she has to she has to go to sleep. It's pretty late for her, and we don't want to have her wake up late for church. We could talk to her about this another time, but she
yeah,
understands what we are telling her. So let's let her go to sleep because she has to wake up early in the morning.
I agree.
All right, Kylie.
I'm gonna leave you.
Mhm.
Kylie, for sure.
Good night,
Okay.
guys.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Well, I gotta go to sleep as well.
For sure, Dice. Appreciate you coming in and saying your piece, and appreciate you letting me know that you were trying to contact the mom because that's the main thing, and that's the main thing that kids like her are afraid
Yeah,
of because they're gonna take away her internet.
devices.
Right,
Yeah,
and they live off their devices. So if they take it away and they don't have in real life friends, then mentally they're gonna be, uh, I guess, this upset, or they're gonna not know what to do with their lives because their whole life was the internet.
exactly.
You're not gonna
So,
come in, Brian Absher. F you. You're
all
never
right.
you're never gonna come into my chats anymore. You for being racist, for being a fucking predator. What the fuck did I put the? Who gave? I ain't letting you in. Remote tripod. How the hell did you? Who did I? Oh, I did post a damn stream in my damn. Ah. No wonder I was like, how do you come in? I didn't give him the StreamYard link, but the StreamYard link is
Oh
on the
yeah.
chat.
Thank you for allowing me to join, and I'll see you next time.
For sure, Dice. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Peace. All right. Well, this turned out a little bit longer than I expected, but no remote tripod. I'm not going to let you in. You Let me see. A one-on-one talk with you. What do you? This is not about you, remote tripod. I don't know. I, I don't know if I want to let you in because you're a racist, and we don't allow that anymore here. Um, yeah, this is not about you. This is not about anything involving you. So I don't think you should. So yeah, exactly. I don't know because Brian Absher just is an odd fella, and I'm waiting for that police to kind of respond back and shit. But I'm most likely gonna follow up on them on Monday to make sure that they're gonna go check on them. But fucking police, man. I don't know if Alabama is all about little kids and predatorial stuff, but they take a long ass time to respond to emails. But yeah, no, Brian Absher, I don't wanna I don't wanna deal with you right now. You've been in a lot of hot water, calling people the N word, calling people all these things, and then me allowing you to come into my stream. F that. You know what I mean? I won't. I'm not gonna kick you because I don't like kicking people out. But you can wait backstage all you want. I'm not gonna. I'm not going to allow you to come in because, yeah, me and you, our friendship is no bueno. You're 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 nothing to me. I'm gonna bombard the Prattville Police Department with a lot of emails so they could freaking finally do something about you. And because yeah, you've been doing a lot of messed up things, and then you wanting to penetrate kids, nah. Like I said before, that's not gonna happen anymore. You already dug your own grave. I know you can hear me in the background, remote tripod or Brian Apcher, whatever you want to call yourself. But anyways, no bueno. Yeah, but yeah, Kylie, uh, his real name right there, John Michael Davis. Um, we found his stuff. He used to live in a group home for 17 years. He lived in a group home. Most likely for his alcoholism. We found out. Let me find it real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I find it right away. It's a lot of messages. It's a lot of messages that I have. Oh, I know who. I know who I could find it from. Here it is. All right. Here you go. His name is John Michael Davis. His mother's name is Geneva Davis. And maybe Denise Reed. Sounds familiar. John Davis, I'm sure you watched this. You know, there's a lot of people, and then you lived in a group home. What was the group home called? God damn it! But yeah, you lived in a group home. You really thought he'll take me? Nope, I had enough. He disrespected you. That is what caused the breakup. Thanks, Sloppy. For sure, Witty. I appreciate you here. I know it's super early for you where you're at. Appreciate you coming in. But yeah, John Davis uh, from El Campo, or used to live in El Campo for 17 years at a group home. That's why, he said his wife died. That I might think is true because from the files that we have, there's a lady called Denise Reed, also AKA Denise Davis, and she is deceased. There, finally, fucking tripod left. Yeah, I told him that he wasn't gonna come in. Yeah, he lives in a group home, and he was doing all this nasty stuff while in those group homes. He would talk. I'm still positive that he still talks to kids. He doesn't have a wife right now. He doesn't have anything. That's why if you go to his Facebook, he's like, "Oh, I'm finally recovering from this and that," because he didn't have nothing. He doesn't have anything. He lost everything, and that's why he would go talk to little kids because those are easy targets. More where when they're you know little disabled or have autism and stuff like that. That's the type of guy he. Oh, thank you, Witty. Appreciate it. I'm always better than John Davis in that freaking pred. But yeah, Kylie, I hope she doesn't get involved in adult men. It's kind of hard now because she is the age of 18 legally. She could do whatever she wants, but because of her mental capacity, I hope she listens to her friends, her real friends, people that are looking for the best interest for her. But people do what they want. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. I talked to him way before, and that's when it was the I guess he was beefing with what's his name, Kevin. And yeah, that's when I found out a lot of stuff about him. And he would tell me his wife died, which from the records that we have, the background checks and stuff that we got from him, there is someone deceased named Denise Reed. I guess she goes by Denise Reed, Denise Davis, but she is deceased and she died. She passed away in 2001, somewhere around there. So that might be true, but yeah, like he doesn't have no say when it comes to talking about dead family members, because from what I hear, he will use people's family members as images, which for me is a low blow. But when it comes to battling people, I guess, or fighting people, some people use those tactics, and it happens. But anyways, yeah, from what Xlinium said, I reached my 200 subscribers, which I guess I appreciate it. I don't know what to say, man. I've never. This is my hobby. This is I take 1 hour, 2 hours. Lately, it's been God dang it, 3 hours, which my wife is kind of like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I thought it was a hobby. Like, where's my loving? I'm like, "Right here, baby, come here, Mwah. Come here, baby." Something happened. Nah, we were talking to the Kylie, the girl that Jon Davis was being sexual with her and wanting her to go to him to Texas, and you know making her say I love you to her and all this nonsense. Yeah, and it's not. It wasn't. It's not a wife. From what the background check we got from him, Zadar. I think I sent it to you, right? Or not? I think I did. Uh, it has mentoring Piggy. Yeah, mentoring to be what he is now, a cousin wizard. Yeah, no, yeah. He said he had cancer a while back. He said he only has 6 months to live, and it's already kind of what 2 years now. And he would say he was in the military supposedly, that he was a black hat hacker, that that he knew people that could do a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah. He said he had lung cancer. I was watching that video where he was confessing, saying, "Cosmo, please forgive me. I only have 6 months to live." And everybody because when it comes to cancer, even if you don't like the person, you're gonna be like, "Fuck, that sucks. You only have 6 months to live." Like, damn. But the people that hate him, they're gonna be like, "Good, die." I heard a couple people say that, so I know there was. Yeah, and he has contacts with Russian hackers. Yeah. He had contacts with everybody, but for some reason, he gave us permission to view his computer. And you would think that if he had Russian hackers, that that he would know when where there's a token logger, or when there's a backdoor file. All these things. There's all these things that he claimed, and we debunked it with one file. One file. It took us one file to find out that all the stuff he does, that he knows, that he's able to hack people and find their locations and do all this nonsense. And at the end, he didn't know shit. He was crying to me in DM saying, "Please, I didn't have anything to do with the all the stuff. Like, I'm telling them not to mess with you guys. Please, tell your friends not to do anything." It's like, wait, but I thought you were the hacker. It's like, come on, man, come on, you can't be serious. But yes, if anyone uh, that had issues with John Davis needs um, information, you could always hit me up. If you're using it for malicious intent, then I say no. But if you're using it because you're a victim or he has done something to you that police could do something about it, then of course I will give you his birthday, his relatives, his where he used to live, and stuff like that. Um, Apparently that group home got sold, so he got kicked out from that group home because they sold that group home. So you know, but if you want to contact that group home, um, and let them know if they have any information that you're a relative of John Davis, you could uh, you can message me and we could uh, pass on some information. But besides that, you know, I appreciate the whoever the 200 subscriber was that subscribed to it. I appreciate it. I was looking at my subscribers count just this morning, and I was like 199, one more, one more. But then again, uh, subscribers leave or subscribers unsubscribe, so I don't get too excited until maybe a little bit more. But I do appreciate whoever does subscribe to me because I don't advertise my stuff. I just post and then whoever watches. I'm not in servers posting my content. I don't do none of that. 11:20 here where I'm at. Oh man, yeah, go to sleep. Exlenium, go to sleep, man. Yeah, hopefully you're well rested for tomorrow. And yeah, for sure. It's so hard to say your name. Exlenium. There you go. I gotta say it really slow. Oh yeah, Rezi. Yeah, me too. When I met him, he was friends with Cosmo at the time still, and that's how I met him because through Cosmo I met John Davis, and I didn't know what type of person he was because I just knew him. I just knew him in that moment. But little by little, I realized, yeah, he's not a good person. And then with this whole Kylie thing, he he tried to blame his friend. He tried to blame his friend, saying that my friend was the one saying all those things to Kylie. And then later on, he admitted it was him. And then he said there was nothing wrong with talking to little kids. He says it's none of my business if he talks to little kids. And that when he said it's none of my business, I'm like, all right, you do talk to a lot more than just one kid. You talk to more than one kid because you said how you responded was I could talk to whoever I want. And I confronted him about his teen chats, and he said he could talk to any minor that he wants. But first, he was saying that he never talked to any minors, that it was his friend that did that. And yeah, we cut ties with him for reasons he used to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was um that's how I found out about you know John Davis being kind of fucked up when he was using Kevin's mother's pictures, Kevin's mother and father's images, and you know, yeah, I don't know about that. But besides that, videos of Mr. Mr. Leon, there's some things that we've found that yes, in these coming days, there's gonna be some stuff about that individual. Uh, but that's not the topic today, so I'm not gonna really bring it up because you know it's about this, but it's about John Davis. Next stream, maybe I'll talk about that situation, and and then, but yeah, till then, Witty, Rezi, appreciate you guys coming in. Always a pleasure having you guys here. And Witty, I haven't seen you in a while, man. You must have been busy. Zadok, appreciate it. Dice, appreciate you coming in and saying your piece. And then fuck you, Brian Apsher. And Brian Apsher, product of incest. Appreciate you coming in. Nova, the Muss, appreciate you coming in. Anonymous Man X, appreciate you. Junko Inashima, not Junko Blood Driver. I don't want to because every time Junko Inashima comes in, people think it's the other Junko, and it's not. It's the cool Junko, I guess. uh, and then Yaya, I know you came in earlier, and I'm thinking you're part of friends of Dice because I guess you might have given Dice the stream uh, stuff. But yeah, and then I'll do what I want. I know you're having issues with my friend. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough because there's some things that you're defending that I think you shouldn't. But then again, everybody, you'll do what you want. And like I said, the racism from the videos I saw, it's tough because white people are always racist. So I'm used to it. Like I'm used to people being racist, but other people aren't. But I guess you shouldn't have said those things. But that's for me. That's the past. But for other people, they have different mindsets. My mindset is different than other people, and people can decide what they want. But anyways, that's a different topic. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.